Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Laura A Music Corner. I am here to do a music reaction. I was after the last Avantasia song that I reacted to, I still wanted to explore more from um their new album Here Be Dragons. Now, I mentioned on the last reaction that I really wanted to get into a song that the Tobias and Geoff Tate, collab together. As I was trying to pull up this song, I saw that they had done collaborations quite a few years back on the different albums that Avantasia did in the past. Eventually, I want to get into it because I really, really love Geoff Tate's voice. Me as a person who grew up in the 80s listening to Queensryche, especially when they first started with their EP album, and then, then they hit, you know, like blockbuster mainstream on MTV with Mind Crime albums and everything else to go following after that. I loved his music history and his writing and his vocal styles. I mean, Geoff Tate is an artist that I can never ever say that I dislike his music. I will listen to his music no matter what time of the day, if I'm feeling in the mood to just sit back, relax, or just get into a heavier metal sounds. But I always love him and his history back with he was in Queensryche. And so when I saw few months ago, I think it was in February, when Tobias announced the new album and he had done a collaboration song with Geoff Tate, I was like, I need to do a reaction for this. I mean, I it was like a dream come true for me because I've always wanted to do a music reaction regarding to Queensryche music history, but to hear him sing on his own with a collaboration with Tobias, with Avantasia, I just say, I'm going to do it. I'm definitely going to do it. So today we'll be listening because there's no music video, for this song, but we'll be listening to the song Here Be Dragons with Avantasia featuring Geoff Tate. And yeah, let's get to it. So sit back, relax, enjoy Avantasia. So let's get to it.
Talk insistently, you don't get a word while you pretend. Keep your stance despairingly and lock your world away. small town life. Kept it up until she'd leave for good. When she ceased to try, you could never really see his burn. Who would tell just by enough beats dance? You would ask, but you'd await that moment, miss the final chance. Hit me underground in no time pavement. On a lonely bleak October night. Why would anybody pour that poison with that keen inside? She saw the world through eyes of innocent simplicity. A pristine soul dropped in a dark wordplay. Their actor never spoke a word no more, but as revealed, why she floats away. Every hour you hold inside, every river, every unwind, every unknown, unlocks only you. Could be the war, that ship of fuel. Afraid you might wake up there, estranged out of your mind, and you won't even know what's left behind. Hide away, lean on illusion. You believe that it's safe till you rise. Will it be dragons? Hide away, deep in confusion. What a night, what a show, what a delivery. Hide away, lean on illusion. You believe that it's safe till you rise. Will it be dragons? Hide away, deep in confusion. What a night, what a show, what a delivery. Dragons.
They were fantastic. They were fantastic together. It was like a dream come true for me. Just to hear Jeff singing something outside of the Queensryche archives. I just love his voice. He always like it doesn't matter the what song could be presented in front of him. He could sing with Floor and sing the whole phone book together, and I will be freaking amazed because that's how much I love his voice. And so just to hear him and Tobias, they are such a good blend together. I just love the composition of the music together and how emotional he could add, so much depth he could add into the music, which I really do love. I mean, this is something that I was just looking for. That's like I started smiling. I was just like, yeah, this is really awesome just to hear from him and just doing something, with a collaboration with an artist. And I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the song back and stop along the way and give you the little bits of what I enjoy from the song. I just love how he started because at first I had to listen carefully when the song started because I wasn't sure if it was him or Tobias. And then when I heard the little sultriness that he adds into the lyrics, I was like, oh, that's Jeff. That's definitely Jeff. And I just love like how he could add so much depth and emotion in the start of the music. So that's why I'm saying it right now. And I'm not going to stop because I want to hear it. And I just love how he is able to just capture the emotion. Alrighty. So yeah, let's get to it.
Instantly, you don't get a word while you pretend. Keep your stance despairingly and lock your world away. Here
love how this part of the music, I heard how they added I was listening how the bass was being played at that moment. I just love that retro sound. Like they call it a progressive metal now. The like the retro, and then I hear the keyboard. It's almost like fitting like a 70s style sound. And I really love that little genre being thrown back a bit because it just adds a different type of texture to the song. So I was listening to that part and I'm just like, it reminds me of music of back in the day as I was growing up. So I just love how they was infusing that style of music into the song.
Carol from the edge of the world resounds. Don't be ashamed now, as it carries your name in the streets of indifference. They're asleep anyway. There'll be dragons, there'll be magic, there'll be shadow, there'll be rain. A glimmer in the fireplace that calls you down. Now let it go. Stepping from the music town for how long they've been abusing you. You will not believe your eyes. Marvel at the other side. Hide away, live an illusion. You believe you're deceived till your eyes will agree. Here it dragons, hide away.
I like how he composes this song because I just like how he is able to sing mainstream like really consistent, and then when he needs to add the high tenor sound, I just love how the choir comes in and supporting him. So it's just like the combination of the choir and him singing together. I really enjoy because it's just like I said, he has a wonderful tenor voice. So I just love how he is able to fluctuate singing like a normal tenor, but then if he needs to add in the high ranges, he knows how to add it perfectly. So it's just a combination of the choir with the women as well as the men. It just amplifies the sound. So I just really love that elevation of the music.
Poison confusion. What it light, what it show, what it did. Every hidden dragons. Now you feel like a soul in a plaything. A hoop in the street.
Here it has like an 80s influential sound. To me, that's where I'm getting right now at this point. It's just that has a like a 80s influence sound in this particular piece, but it's just really enjoyable to hear.
It's a tower to beat, and you ain't got no choice, 'cause you know you ain't free. I know what it's like, 'cause you're just like me. Looking around isolation. Not a woman, not a man, just the
I love Jeff's voice. I really do. He sounds good together with Tobias, but I just love his voice.
dawn of town. The gates, the sun goes like everyone. You shared your dreams and promises. Coming right through the door, followed by no more endless love. Running from the devil you've been taught to know. We reach out through your mind.
You see here, that's why I said to you, I love how he is able to bring in that little like in-depth emotional sound. Like it's almost sultry, but it's almost mesmerizing in my ears. Like it's like conveying some deep emotion. And I just love how Jeff is always able to capture that particular moment, and especially in any lyrics that he sings. So just him really emphasizing those parts it just shows the vulnerability of the music. I like the solo. I'm not sure if Tobias is doing this particular solo or one of the guys of Avantasia, but they were able to capture this solo really perfectly. I just love how it's not so heavy, it's very quick, but at the same time, it just adds almost like almost like if you're conquering going into war, but it's not heavy. It's not a heavy sound, but almost like a steady mainstream sound. And I just love how they were able to piece that particular like solo together. I love how he is able to, when he starts singing high, and I mean him as Tobias singing high. I just love how he consistently stays high because most people they will stay high for a little bit and then just drop, but he just must consistently stay high and just add that extra energy into the music. So I just love how he is able to keep doing that. And he in between the like I mentioned, the combination between Jeff's and his voice is just pure magic. I just love how Jeff comes in like almost like a modest solo sound. It's just like very modest sound. And I just love how he does that very eloquently. And it's just like he just knows how to come in very subtle, but he just shows it's almost very subtle but loud at the same time.
Nestled in a cozy small town life, kept it up until she'd leave for good. When she ceased to try, you could never really see his burn. Who would tell just by enough beats dance? You would ask, but you'd await that moment, miss the final chance.
I just like how like I said, when it comes to Tobias, he knows how to hit high because he's doing quite high in this particular piece. But it's almost like if like I'm hearing two voices of him, one hitting the high, but then there's another part of him like keeping it mainstream. So it's definitely not Jeff, but I just like it how he's able to keep that control because most people, like I said, they will not be able to keep that under control. But I just love that those two layers together and he's able to keep it going consistently.
Afraid you might wake up there, estranged out of your mind, and you won't even know what's left behind. Hide away, live an illusion. You believe you're deceived till you rise. Will it be here beside us? Hide away. Gaping confusion. What a night, what a show, what a discovery. Hide away, live an illusion. You believe you're deceived till you rise. Will it be here beside us? Hide away, gaping confusion. What a night, what a show, what a discovery. Here beside us.
The choir did such a fantastic job in this song. They did such a fantastic job. I That's why I'm just like really happy because like the choir, you could hear it really clearly, like really together, very on point. The band was amazing together, and just hearing every intricate part of the music between Jeff and Tobias together, it was like really fantastic. So I just like it's putting a joy in my face, and that's the honest reaction I'm giving you. It's just they're putting me they're giving me like so much joy in my heart just to hear them all sing together really wonderfully. I'm gonna just let the music finish. I guess the song did finish. But I'm just in all sincerity, I really enjoy hearing some more songs from Avantasia because of the fact that I know I haven't been doing any Avantasia that much. But just, tiptoeing into their world, it's really amazing and just really fantastic just to hear the different songs that they have done, especially for this particular album. Hopefully I when I saw like there's two videos that Jeff did with Avantasia years ago, I'm just like, oh, there's more. There is more for me to check out. So I definitely will be doing reactions for those songs in the future. But yeah, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really had a wonderful time just exploring more of their music and more to come. So guys, if you like this reaction, you guys know what to do. If you are new to the channel, you are very much welcome to subscribe if I can speak English. And if you want me to do any type of music reaction for any other band, you could drop a comment, even if it's Avantasia as well. You could drop a comment in the comment section and I'll add the song into a future music reaction because after all, I do have a whole bunch of wonderful, wonderful list of music that I have to yet check out. So they're all first time reactions. So I guarantee new content. So thank you again for checking in. And I hope to see you guys soon here at Laura A Music Corner. I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Bye.